Hey cat lovers, and welcome back to Cat Kudos. Have you ever watched your furry friend meticulously grooming themselves and thought, wow, that's weird? You're not alone. Cats spend up to 50% of their waking hours cleaning themselves, and some of their grooming habits are downright bizarre. Today we're diving deep into the weird and wonderful world of cat grooming, exposing the secrets behind their strangest behaviors. So, grab your cat, settle in, and let's get started. First up, let's talk about the sandpaper tongue. If you've ever been on the receiving end of a cat lick, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It feels like being licked by a piece of coarse sandpaper. Those tiny, backward-facing spines on their tongue are called papillae. They're made of keratin, the same stuff as our fingernails and their claws. These aren't just for show, they're a multi-tool. The papillae act like a comb, detangling fur, removing loose hair, and getting rid of dirt and parasites. When a cat licks its fur, these little hooks catch everything, which is why they are so effective at cleaning. But here's the weird part. Because the spines face backward, whatever they catch, hair, debris, that tiny piece of string they found, has to be swallowed. This is what leads to the dreaded hairballs. So next time your cat gives you a rough-tongued kiss, remember they're just sharing their high-tech grooming tool with you. Now, have you ever seen cats grooming each other? This behavior, known as allo-grooming, is incredibly common and super important in the feline world. It might look like they're just giving each other a bath, but it's so much more than that. Allo-grooming is a major social bonding activity. It's how cats reinforce friendships, show affection, and create a communal scent among the group. This shared scent is like a family passport, telling them who belongs and who's a stranger. But here's the quirky twist. Sometimes a sweet grooming session can suddenly turn into a fight. One cat will be lovingly licking another, and then bam, hissing, swatting, and a full-on chase. This is often because one cat has had enough. The groomer might be a bit too aggressive, or the groomie decides the social interaction is over. It's like your friend patting you on the back a little too hard for a little too long. It starts nice, but eventually, you've got to say, okay, that's enough. Let's move on to the leg up pose. You know the one. Your cat is sitting there, looking all regal, and then suddenly, a back leg shoots straight up into the air as they start grooming their, private areas. It's a pose that would make a yoga master proud. This acrobatic feat is all about access. Cats are incredibly flexible, and this contortionist act allows them to reach every last spot. Cleanliness is paramount for cats. In the wild, strong smells can attract predators, so staying as scent-free as possible is a survival instinct. Even though our pampered house cats don't have to worry about lions and tigers, this instinct remains deeply ingrained. So, while it may look awkward or even a bit embarrassing to us, for them, it's just a practical way to maintain impeccable hygiene and stay safe, even if the biggest predator in their life is the vacuum cleaner. Have you ever noticed your cat frantically grooming after you've petted them? You might think, did my hands smell bad? Do they not like my affection? Don't take it personally. This behavior is often called displacement grooming. When a cat is feeling anxious, confused, or overstimulated, they'll often resort to a familiar, comforting activity. And for a cat, nothing is more familiar than grooming. It's their version of nervous fidgeting, like when we might bite our nails or tap our feet. So, when you've been petting your cat and they suddenly stop and start grooming that same spot, it could be that the petting was a little too intense or they're just processing the interaction. It's a self-soothing mechanism. They're basically resetting their social meter and reapplying their own scent, taking back control of their personal space after you've contaminated it with your human smell. Another strange habit is chewing on their claws. You might see your cat biting at their paws and think they have an itch or something is stuck. While that's possible, they're often just giving themselves a manicure. Cats' claws grow in layers like an onion. Biting and chewing at their claws helps to remove the old, dead outer sheath, revealing the new sharp claw underneath. This is different from sharpening their claws on your furniture, which is more about stretching and marking territory. This is detailed paw maintenance. They use their teeth to delicately pull off the old layers. It's an essential part of their grooming routine to keep their most important tools, their claws, in top condition. So, if you see your cat nibbling on their nails, They're not anxious. They're just visiting their own personal nail salon. Now let's talk about the post-meal cleanup. Almost like clockwork, after finishing a meal, many cats will immediately start a thorough grooming session, starting with their face and whiskers. This isn't just about vanity or getting rid of food crumbs. Once again, it's a survival instinct. In the wild, the smell of food on their fur could attract predators or alert potential prey to their presence. By cleaning themselves meticulously after eating, they remove all traces of their last meal, essentially erasing the evidence. This keeps them safe from becoming someone else's dinner and makes them a more effective hunter for their next meal. Even though your house cat's biggest post-meal threat is you trying to cuddle them, the instinct to clean up is still powerful. They are washing away the evidence of that delicious tuna you just served them. What about grooming in weird places? Have you ever caught your cat hiding under the bed or in a closet, having an intense grooming session? This can be linked back to their need for security. Grooming is a vulnerable activity. When a cat is focused on cleaning, they're less aware of their surroundings. To feel safe, they might seek out a secluded, protected spot where they're less likely to be ambushed. This could be a closet, under a sofa, or inside a cardboard box. It's their private spa where they can relax and focus on their hygiene without worrying about being surprised. So if you find your cat grooming in a hidden nook, they're not being antisocial. They're just enjoying some safe and secure me time. But what happens when grooming goes too far? Sometimes grooming can become a compulsive behavior. This is known as psychogenic alopecia, or over-grooming. A cat might lick, chew, or pull at their fur so much that it leads to bald patches and skin irritation. This is often triggered by stress, anxiety, or boredom. Major life changes like moving to a new house, the arrival of a new baby or pet, or even just a change in their daily routine can trigger this. The repetitive act of grooming releases endorphins, which have a calming effect. The cat learns that grooming makes them feel better, so they do it more and more, creating a compulsive cycle. If you notice your cat is over-grooming, it's a sign that they're stressed, and it's important to consult with your vet. They can help you identify the source of the stress and find ways to enrich your cat's environment, like with more playtime, puzzle feeders, or vertical spaces. It's a cry for help, and it's our job as their guardians to listen. And finally, let's circle back to the reason why they groom so much in the first place. Beyond just cleanliness and instinct, grooming is essential for a cat's physical health. Licking stimulates the production of natural oils in their skin, which they then spread over their fur. This natural oil waterproofs their coat and helps insulate them, keeping them warm in the winter and cool in the summer. That's right, their saliva actually helps with thermoregulation. As the saliva evaporates from their fur, it creates a cooling effect, similar to how sweating works for humans. So, that extensive grooming routine is not just about looking good, it's a critical part of how they regulate their body temperature and protect themselves from the elements. So there you have it, a peek into the weird, wonderful, and complex world of cat grooming. From their sandpaper tongues and social grooming sessions to their acrobatic poses and stress licking, every quirky habit has a purpose. It's a fascinating blend of instinct, hygiene, social bonding, and emotional expression. The next time you see your cat in a strange grooming pose, you'll have a much better understanding of what's really going on in their mysterious little minds. Thank you so much for joining us on Cat Kudos today. We hope you learned something new about your amazing feline friends. What's the weirdest grooming habit your cat has? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the secrets of the cat world, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay curious and give your cat a pet from us.